Tell us about Constellation Software. What did they do?
Well, so they are basically a perpetual owner of VMS businesses, so vertical market software.
And VMS stands for
Yeah,
Vertical Market Software. Got it?
yeah. So that's basically the opposite of what you have with Microsoft, so Excel and other, very, I would say, broadly implemented software, basic software. So, for example, you can have vertical market software for library software, secondary school software. So very specific, very tiny total addressable markets where you don't have a lot of players because it's very tiny. And so Constellation, they own 1,000 plus of these, very specific businesses, companies that are generating a lot of cash, but because they're operating in a very, I would say, total addressable market constrained sector, that they don't have a lot of growth. But just Constellation, they take the cash, they reinvest it, acquiring more businesses, and that's a bit the story for Constellation. So buying very cash minting businesses, reinvesting their cash flows back into other businesses, growing, diversifying, also adding over time some businesses with higher organic growth, some turnaround stories as well with bigger revenues, but also some maybe internal problems. But that's been the story for Constellation. So reinvesting cash back into VMS businesses at good returns, improving these businesses post-acquisition, improving the culture, best practices, as they call it, and improving organic growth, profitability, everything. So post-acquisition performance is very important, and it's one of the factors that I've come to appreciate over time as well. If you want to be a very successful serial acquirer, then you have to be very good at executing that post-closing, post-acquisition playbook, making sure that you can still, improve that business, because in the end it's all about cash flows. And again, that's one of the main reasons why Constellation is so attractive, because as I mentioned, they have 71% recurring revenues, versus if you have an industrial serial acquirer, it's a lot more cyclical. If you have recession, you have to maybe lay off some employees, maybe some of your best employees as well, just to make sure that you can, survive crises, etc. And with Constellation, you do have, I would say, a very strong moat with 71% of recurring revenues.